1,000% deport baby Jesus, and he would probably separate all three of them, Joseph and Mary and Jesus, to different parts of the world because, you know, they're the law and order party of family values. But the people that are ICE agents are mediocre white men, right? They need guns because they have small penises. They were not loved by their mom. Maybe she breastfed them too long. Maybe their dad abandoned them. There's a lot of issues that fuels this toxic masculinity. Watch this first clip. This Uber driver who's just in a parking lot because, you know, how dare a non-white person work? And I want you to listen to what the officer says at the end of this clip.
So it says U.S. Border Patrol. This is not the border. Go to the Canada border or the Mexico border. I'm working, dude. What do you mean? What do you mean if I'm from this country?
I can hear you don't have the same accent as me. That's why I'm.
Oh, so you're going by accents now? Is that what it is?
Oh, I didn't know that dumbass what was a dialect. I didn't know that being an insecure, mediocre white man with a small penis was an accent. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that white people had an accent. Si yo puedo español? Pregúntame si yo nací en los Estados Unidos. Maybe you should ask me because maybe I'm not a citizen because I speak Spanish. This is the brown shirts of Nazi Germany. If you're not white, we're going to question if you're born here. That's exactly what this is about. Watch the next clip and listen at the end because you're going to hear the same racist bullshit from this person.
Get out of here.
You're in private property. You're in private property.
Get out of here.
Get out. You're going to get arrested. Get out here.
You're going
to get arrested for trespassing. Get
Speak English, bro. You are safe, bro.
Citizens. Back up. The fuck you want to be cops?
You barely speak fucking English. What are you talking about? Because somebody has an accent, they must not be American? But that's what it is. If you're not a straight white man, they're coming after you. That's what this is. This is not politics. This is Nazi Germany shit. This last clip is exactly why they're doing this. Listen to this pattern.
And then a few moments later, they came back and they said, "Are you afraid yet?" And I said, "No." And then they said it. "Well, you're white. You wouldn't be fun anyway." And then I was shocked because if I hadn't seen enough, it was then that I knew that this staging, that these ICE raids are really about fear and intimidation.
And that's how we treated black people since 1619. We beat them into submission. We whipped them. We put salt in their wounds. From time to time, racist white men would hang a black person from the tree in front of a fucking church, somebody's mom, somebody's dad, because we wanted to show them that we're a Christian nation. While hundreds of white people stood outside and fucking smiled in their Sunday finest while somebody's dad was hanging from a tree. Or tearing out the fetuses, or using black babies as alligator fucking bait. Oh, the founding fathers, the racist pieces of shit that said black people were 3/5 of a person. What a great Christian nation. Wow. Praise Jesus. I can't imagine why people just don't see that this is a Christian nation. How about the millions of dead Native Americans in this Christian nation? Or Asians in internment camps? Women not having rights. Because that's all this country's been, is about control. And ICE agents are mediocre white men with small penises that are terrified of a white minority. And now they can put a mask on because they're so brave, so patriotic, that they get to be racist pieces of shit and get away with it because the Grand Wizard of the White House that falls asleep, that's fucking Weekend at Bernie's, wears orange makeup and shits his diaper, that's a convicted felon and sexually assaults women, has given them a free pass to be a piece of shit and a racist right in public. And for all of you white people, I keep asking, Paul, what can I do? I'll tell you what you do. You have this conversation that I'm having with you right now. You talk to your mom, your dad, your cousin, your best friend since high school, your friend from college. Those people that you've ignored those uncomfortable conversations with, and you go and ask them, how in the fuck can you vote for this? Why are you silent? What part of this is okay? We have concentration camps, women being drugged by one arm through the snow. We're racially profiling non-white people. What part of this is okay? And you tell them, if that's who you are, then I don't want to be around you. And if you're hearing that and your first thought is, oh no, Paul, anything but that, then you're not really willing to fucking stop what's happening. Because that silence, that complicity has led us to this moment. Too many white people hiding behind their privilege, putting their head up their ass, and turning the other way through over the last 400 plus years, while atrocities have been committed to generations of people that aren't fucking white. You're complicit through your silence. This is me. I've lost friends and family, and I don't care. Because if you voted for this, you did vote for it. You voted for January 6th. You voted for the felon. You voted for the sexual assault. You voted for the white supremacy. You heard him grab women by the PUSSY. You heard it. You saw him call women fat and piggy. You knew that he was an adjudicated rapist. You knew he assaulted 25 women. You knew he didn't rent to black people, and you didn't give a shit. So don't tell me you didn't vote for this. You did. What you didn't expect was that the darkness would come over your white privilege door. Oh, I didn't think my job would be affected. Oh, I'm getting less pay. Oh, my tax and overtime's not here. Oh, that's not what he told me. Yeah, if only we had some, a guy that cheats on every wife with 6 bankruptcies that added $8 trillion to the debt. If only we had some history that he would lie to us. I don't know. He only told 30,000 lies in his first presidency. But hey, he told you it's the brown people coming from Mexico. And folks, that's what it's about. These people in your life that you refuse to have these uncomfortable conversations with, they went to the voting booth and voted for a adjudicated rapist, a felon, and a pedophile. Because he said the brown people coming from Mexico that are busting their ass and working in the fields and doing the jobs that white people are too lazy to do, that they're destroying America, i.e. traditional family values, i.e. white America. Ignore it all you want. It's not about the price of eggs or gas. And if you can't see that now, then pull your head out of your ass. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. If you're still that ignorant after all this time, then I don't know if you can be saved. But you go ahead and watch those clips again, and you tell me that this isn't about white supremacy. We will not remember the words of our enemies, rather the silence of our friends. And right now, your silence is the very definition of white privilege.